Welcome to Fort Worth, Texas, and Amon G. Carter Stadium, home of the TCU Horned Frogs. And the Horned Frogs will kick it away to start. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. So the Iowa State Cyclones offense is going to be backed up thanks to that lackluster return. And here's the man they rally around, and he has earned that type of respect, David.
You dang right. You earn it by doing it, and he's done it at such a high level. Everyone believes in this young man, and Palmer, there's a reason why.
You're right, David. He's been in the big moments, and he's won the big games. This guy delivers when the game is on the line.
Pushes ahead for 2. They'll mark it at the 17.
I'll tell you, this is a running back who's very, very dangerous, and the defense did a good job getting him down there. But they got to do a great job gang tackling, because this is a guy that can break tackles and turn those types of plays into home runs.
And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
You're not going to win a lot of games if you can't protect your quarterback. In their last game, they got sacked 4 times, lost the game. And so far in this one, they're having difficulty again. These guys up front have got to do a better job communicating.
And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack.
And you don't want to see this trend continue. Last week he was sacked 4 times. The offensive line, this offense as a whole, needs to get in better situations, get rid of the football faster, and not keep getting their quarterback hit.
Just a wall of defenders everywhere he looks, and he's guided out of bounds after a short return. So the TCU Horned Frogs offense will try to get something going with their first possession. When a guy gets off the ball as quickly as he does, you know he's going to be breathing down your neck, and you got to get rid of it, Jesse.
This quarterback's good, but he better have a clock going off in his head. He's no...
Fires toward the end zone. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
Nice job by the defense there, taking all throws away from the quarterback. He had nowhere to put that football in the field to play, so that ball obviously had to go out of bounds.
They'll throw again after the incompletion. The short hands, it's Brown. And he's knocked down, but there's also laundry on the field. We'll see what the officials have called. That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. And they'll come to the line just needing a few chain links for a first down. Give to Brown. Sweet cut there. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
Well, in a second and forever situation, they hand it off, and they're able to get a big portion of yardage back. Now to at least give themselves an opportunity to convert this third down.
A 3rd and long coming up here. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Slippery slide, find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Horned Frogs! And the extra point makes it 7-0. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And the score comes on a 35-yard pass for 6. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Returner will field it and try to get some field position. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Iowa State has the ball back. The Cyclones ready to go on offense. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
He's got it on the right. And a pickup of better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down. And the Cyclones are in the hurry-up. Quick strike complete. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
And those slot receivers nowadays, they're little watermelons, man. You play touch football in an elevator to lose to these guys because they're so quick and so dynamic. Get open and catch the football.
And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Defense coming up with a huge fumble recovery. 3 tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10.
And that is exactly how you draw it up. You get to the quarterback, but you get the football out. You hit him, you try to rake it out. Great job by the defense, getting the sack, getting the fumble.
You know, runs like this oftentimes are like a boxer in a boxing match. Obviously, it's not a knockout punch, but these are body blows. And as the game goes on, these small gains are going to turn into longer runs.
Using the quick game. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll leave it with him. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on 1st down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Brown has it. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, TCU!
Yeah, coming into the game, you look at the stats and you say top 10 offense in scoring, so they better be able to create what? Explosive plays. Another explosive plays. They've been doing it all year long. Those plays are backbreakers. Defenses just can't contain this offense.
That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Iowa State sending the offense back out. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the 1st quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Pocket starts to collapse. And a sack all the way back at the 5.
I know we talk about quarterbacks and running backs and receivers when we're talking about the Heisman Trophy, but how can you not have this guy in New York City? That's now his 20th sack of the year. He has been simply unstoppable.
And the returner goes down. TCU has it back and the Horned Frogs go on offense. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop, Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
That's the end of the quarter, and TCU has the lead. Man, that was an impressive and dominant 1st quarter. Let's take a look at the stats before we move on. 2nd down now as they're ready to go back to work. They'll run the option. Nice job to keep it himself, find the 1st down marker, and move the change for this offense.
Man, that quarterback can go. Just another guy in another system all across college football. All quarterbacks nowadays, they got so much speed, it's ridiculous.
And he's got it! Touchdown, Horned Frogs! They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
Not sure if they allow cocktails in the booth, fellas, but you know they're flowing inside that stadium in Jacksonville today. Florida and Georgia, and here is the latest. Florida dominated almost. The wire, and a game like this makes you harken back to those Chris Leak, Tim Tebow, Brandon Spikes teams that won it all in 2006 and again in 2008.
Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Fires and picked off.
It's one game. You don't want to react too much either way, but I think both teams will leave this one with some things to work on moving forward.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. They'll throw it on first down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
It's hard throwing in the pocket, man. You got bodies and 300-pound dudes falling all over the place. They're trying to hit you. That time, the pressure got to him, and it forced the incompletion.
On second down, he'll fire. Snag in the end zone. Touchdown, TCU. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 28-0. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Fellas, I think at least a portion of your audience will have an interest in the one that just finished up. Texas stomped a mud hole en route to a double-digit win, and they did it outside of Austin city limits. That speaks to the way this coach has galvanized this team and the direction this program is headed. The circle of life in college football, where one team moves on feeling like kings and the other heads home licking its wounds.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. He'll keep it himself. And they try the middle of this stout defense, and they rise to the challenge. Now facing a 3rd and long. Looking to throw, it starts. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they've built a lead.
That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
They'll go right back to him. And it'll be a pickup of 9. They're facing a 3rd and 1.
I know that wasn't a big, huge play, and everybody's not excited, and the fans aren't going crazy, but those are the plays that in the fourth quarter matter a lot. Again, making you tackle my back, making you feel the physicality of the football game throughout, so you get tired and get worn down in the fourth quarter.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build off of. Maybe that's something they can point to as they get ready for their next opponent of things they did right and things that they got to do more consistently moving forward.
Iowa State has the ball back. The Cyclones ready to go on offense. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm. Got off the field really, really quickly. They need to put something together here, Paul.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive. So they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
When you run those routes, those curl routes just like that, those DBs are going to break when you go to throw the football. So you better put that thing on a line, and the QB did there. Put it on a line. Great job. Great catch. First down.
Nice run there on first down. You know this is a running back that gets better as the game goes on. So they're going to want to make sure they keep feeding him the football, let him get lathered up.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this thing has been one-sided, and they hope to at least have something to feel good about going into halftime. Looking to pass. It starts. And the quarterback is snowed under. The Cyclones want to crank the tempo. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. And here comes the punt team. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. He'll take it on the return.
Returner is tackled out at the 41.
TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on 4th down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but Jesse, they...
Going up top. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
Well, if at first you succeed, try again. They've already linked up twice for touchdown passes, so no question the quarterback here still in the first half looking for his go-to guy, but you got to give the defense credit there. They were expecting it, and they were able to make sure that one fell incomplete.
They'll go to the ground. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks. Bully ball on 3rd and short. Tackle is made after the first down.
And that's got to feel good if you're the offense, because 3rd down has been a bit of a problem all season long, but you love the way they're executing at this point, finding ways to keep the chains moving.
That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
And the running back didn't get much there. Nice job by the defense. You can tell they're focused in on this running back, on this run game, being physical, getting knockbacks, and limiting his carries.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Quarterback checking the play. After the run, now to throw. The pass falls incomplete, and that's how we'll finish this half. And the Cyclones will kick it off to start the second half.
28, Iowa State, 0.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. He'll start this 3rd quarter with a run. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Nice job by this defense. Listen, you got to understand, they're going to run the football. They're going to try to milk the clock, Jesse. They got the huge lead.
Haven't been a lot of good plays for this defense in this game so far, so can they build on that one? Can they create some turnovers here in the second half to get back in this game?
When running backs square their shoulders up, it's when they have the most power. You see him square his shoulders up, break tackles, be strong, continue to plow his way forward, just making it really easy on everybody in this offense by breaking tackles.
Takes a shot as he lets it go. Snags it down the right side. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30. Oh, it's a reverse. Bulls his way forward.
A lot of times you have these guys start, these wide receivers, they're game breakers, and you want to find ways to give them the football, whether it be screens, whether it be jet sweeps. Just find ways to give him the football, because he can get 5 yards in a hurry when you need those plays, especially when you want to mix it up on the defense and keep them guessing.
Oh, so close to paying off. The tip drill. He had it in his hands, but it falls incomplete. Got a man. It's Sampson. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch. The Horned Frogs are flying down the field. They'll throw it from the red zone. Looking for the score. Touchdown, Horned Frogs! And the beatdown has ensued. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. About to kick it away after scoring a touchdown.
TCU 35, Iowa
And he's coming out of the end zone. Nothing wrong with the touchback, and they wish they had one right now, but he stopped at the 9-yard line. Iowa State sending the offense back out. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
The give on the inside. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Wow, this offense is just stuck in the mud. They've already punted 4 times, and it's 3rd down now. Back to throw, it starts. And he intercepts it. Touchdown, TCU! And this defense coming up with points of their own. What an interception return. And he did make that extra point, no issue with the treacherous footing. They're lining up to kick it off after the pick 6, and that defense will come out feeling it. Bringing it out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Iowa State has the ball back. The Cyclones ready to go on offense. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen. So you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You've got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. He's looking to throw. Makes his connection. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. They'll need to convert this 3rd down from their own 22 to get this drive jump-started. The play-action fake. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
This has been a frustrating day, and I'm not sure it's going to get any better. You're already down huge. Listen, this offense can't protect this quarterback. They don't do anything right now. This defense has had their number all game long.
And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills. They've got it at the receiver position, so if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
Off the play fake on 1st down. Makes the catch and steps out of bounds, but short of the 1st down marker. And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. And the play will stand after the replay booth just does a little double checking to make sure. Finds his big tight end. He'll get it all the way down to the 8-yard line, and the defense is feeling the heat.
Man, this quarterback's been in a nice rhythm all drive, hasn't he? He's just playing on time. He's making good decisions. He's now got the offense at 1st and goal. I'd let him throw it down here. He has earned that right.
Touchdown, Horned Frogs! And the pummeling has started. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And it was capped off with the 8-yard run. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Iowa State sending the offense back out. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable that way.
He's loose. He's inside the 40. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped.
Bang, bang, slant. Get it to him quick. Put it out in front so we can advance the football. His ability in the open field is a difference maker for this offense.
Just a short pass to the tight end. They make the stop right there. Good pickup, but still short of the first down. That's the end of the quarter, and TCU has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Second down here as they go back to work after the break. They'll try the run. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Cyclones!
Yeah, good for them. They put together a drive. They got a touchdown. It's been a bad day. I mean, this is a day they're going to want to forget. They're getting destroyed, but at least you get some positive vibes. Maybe finish this game on a little bit of a high note, a little bit.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Minnesota has opened up a can, and the result is what's shaping up to be one of the more lopsided affairs of the entire day. They're up by 17 over Indiana. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute it.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep plowing it on until they find an answer.
Finds a little bit of space, gets 3 to the 22.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep third downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on first down.
On second down, they'll take to the air. Got him downfield. And the tackle is made, but not before. That completion gets them 30+.
Well, it really just feels like they are trying to make a statement to everybody in college football. They've got a lead, they've got it late, and they are still putting it on this defense. They are still letting it fly. They're airing it out, trying to light up this scoreboard.
He has 89 yards on the ground so far, and he is closing in on that 1,200-yard mark for the season.
And how good does that feel, right? You've got the lead in the fourth quarter. The defense knows you're going to try to run the ball to ice the game, and you rip off an 8-yard run. They know it's coming, and they still can't stop it.
The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Wants to fire on second down. Trying to get behind the defense. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
Well, I know that one fell incomplete, but what a day this guy's had throwing the football. Multiple touchdowns, and he's done a really nice job with his decision-making. Hasn't thrown any picks, which has really helped keep this offense on schedule.
He's looking to throw on third and short. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's fourth down.
Third and short in college football today, you see so much more pass than you used to. The offense stays aggressive, and I think they stay aggressive because they know they're in field goal range. They got that 3 in their back pocket.
Dragged down to the turf, but not before getting the first down. And the Horned Frogs have this offense rolling. The handoff, keep working on that clock. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. The Horned Frogs come to the line with a new set of downs. Trying to turn the corner on the left. Got enough space. Touchdown, TCU! And the route is on. That one pushes this lead out a little bit more here in the fourth, and now they can smell 8 straight wins. And the extra point splits the uprights. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Iowa State has the ball back. The Cyclones ready to go on offense. Trying to start the drive with a pass. And he will be sacked.
Man, I've been there before as a quarterback. Sometimes you just wish the game would already be over, right? You've had nothing go your way all game long. You're trailing late. They're still getting sacks. And you just want...
And that ball is picked off. Trying to take it back. Touchdown, Horned Frogs! How about that D coming up with a play like that? That lead a little more comfortable now as they close in on extending this winning streak. And he tacks on the extra point. They're about to kick it away, and the defense probably can't wait to get back out there after the pick six. And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Iowa State sending the offense back out. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick six, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick six and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice.
And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
I know this defense came into this game hoping to get pressure on the quarterback, but I don't know in their wildest dreams if they ever thought it was going to look this good. I lost track at 5 sacks. They have been all over this quarterback today.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. He's looking downfield to throw. Fires on the move. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. The Cyclones will bring the punt team onto the field. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Here's a return from midfield. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. TCU has it back and the Horned Frogs go on offense. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today, too, David. They had a really good game plan coming in this one, and they went out and they executed at a very high level.
Yeah, lights out, and this game's over. I'm interested to see the philosophy now. Do we keep chucking the pill and keep trying to score points? Because it's the defense's responsibility to stop them, or do they just run this clock and say, all right, we did enough today. We kicked them in the face.
Give to Brown. They'll pick up 5. It'll be 3rd and 5. And the Horned Frogs want to move quickly. The give to the back. Gives him a little shake, and he's got some room. He's up to 113 yards rushing and getting ever closer to that 1,200-yard mark. They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. Toss to the outside. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7. The offense will quickly use a timeout.
And I'm a fan of this, man. Run the football, eat the clock. We got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, man. Like just balance, rhythm, timing, play calling. Everything has worked. That's why they've built this lead. They've had a...
Fires deep toward the end zone. Touchdown, TCU! And the stomping has commenced. They tack on another score, and how about the way this team has responded to a loss and now about to move to 9-1.
Man, this This has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
Iowa State has the ball back. The Cyclones ready to go on offense. This has been a really disappointing performance, David. No question about that, but they can find some positive.
Yeah, and every time you watch the tape, you know, Jesse, coaches are pointing out, look at this. This was open if we had just ran the details to the right route, hung on to the football. Little things can make a big difference.
Yeah, that's why they call it a game of inches, David. But I'll say this, if you're on offense, don't go on social media this week. It ain't going to be pretty after this performance. You've got to lock in. You got to take the week of practice very seriously and find those positives that you can build off, David, that you're talking about.
First down, 10 yards to go. He's looking to throw it. Takes the easy one to the back. And he has run out of bounds as they go backwards there and just avoided the contact. One more play to pad the stats. On second down, he's looking downfield. He's taking a deep shot. Ball is dropped, incomplete, and that will do it for this one. Well, this one had all the suspense of a bug hurtling his way toward a windshield, and they did splatter them. An absolutely dominating performance.
You got to give